How's it going, guys, and welcome back. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the final steps of the paint correction for the S2000. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to do a glaze, we're going to do a sealant, and we're going to finish it off with a wax. So the first thing we're going to do right now is we're going to do the glaze. This is the Easy Cream Glaze from Chemical Guys. It's got some acrylic fillers. So what that's going to do is it's going to take care of all the scratches and swirls that I missed when I did the polisher. So there's some scratches and oxidation and swirls around the paint of the hood that I wasn't able to get out. So I'm going to be using this. And in addition to that, my friend let me borrow her Torque polisher that I've never used before, so it's going to be my first time using this. I've been using my other polisher, but I decided to try this one to see how I like it. And if I like this one, I might end up picking one up for my own. So now back onto the glaze. The glaze is going to be really easy to apply. All you have to do is really just put it on the lowest setting or second to lowest setting. Just kind of spread it out evenly throughout the hood or throughout the paintwork, and let it sit for about 20 minutes and then just buff off, and you should have a super shiny finish that's filled in all the scratches and swirls. So let's go and take care of that right now. Okay, so this is the Chemical Guys blue glazing pad. So I'm going to use this pad to kind of just spread it evenly. It's not abrasive at all. It's just enough to, this pad is designed to just go ahead and just spread product evenly and without causing any scratches or swirls. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do this really quick. So all we're going to do is put some drops here. One in the middle there. You're going to get this. Make sure your cord is always tucked over your shoulder there. I'm going to spread it nice and evenly. You can do large sections at a time. I'm just going to do this part right here so I can show you guys how it looks like when you glaze. Alright, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to put it on the lowest speed setting. You don't have to put any pressure really. You can just let the machine glide over. So let's start. Okay, so now we can just let that sit for 20 minutes, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the hood, and I'll show you what to do when we get to this part right here. On this particular section of the car and any other particular sections like this where it the pad and the machine can't really go and get, we're gonna use a microfiber applicator pad. So I've already done the majority of the car. I'm just gonna do this little section right here to kind of give you guys an idea of what to do. So I'm gonna start by just kind of like smearing it on a little bit here and there, all the way to the bottom there, like so. So make sure it's kind of spread out evenly, and you can just go ahead and just wipe it in a straight line there afterwards. You can go like this, or if you want to go down, it's fine. Either which way, as long as you get the product nice and thinly spread out throughout the paint. And this will go ahead and start doing its job. It's going to adhere just like you would. You don't have to use a machine to do this part. You can just use an applicator pad. Or even for the most part, when you're glazing, you don't have to use a machine like I am. So you can go ahead and use a microfiber applicator pad just like this for the whole entire car if you really want to. If you want to just kind of do it yourself like that without a machine, this is like the easiest way to go about doing it. And then we should just be done after this. You can kind of like slide that in between to get the excess. There you go. Done. Alright, so it's been about 20 minutes since I last applied the glaze, so now it's time to go ahead and buff it off. I'm actually using one of the Chemical Guys' green towels. It's a really soft microfiber towel, so I'm going to use this to go ahead and buff everything off. So I'm going to start over here. Just really simple, just buff it off. This is already a lot nicer finish than when I started with, and it's crazy to think that a simple little cream like this can do wonders on a car. And I'll show you guys what that's gonna look like after I'm done, but like, just looking at the simple buff right now, it's crazy. It looks a lot shinier. The color pops a lot better, and I can kind of see that it did fill a little bit of the scratches that are there. It's gonna look a lot nicer, and then once this is all nice and sealed, the wax is just gonna be the icing on the cake. Alright, so we're in the second to last step here. This is the sealant that we're going to be using for the paint here. This right here is Jetseal from Chemical Guys. What this is going to do, it's going to lock in the color of the glaze and the base coat of the car. So it'll keep that really nice deep gloss shine, and it'll protect that red glow underneath all that glaze and sealant. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and apply some of the sealant here. As you can see, I'm using a different pad. I'm using the black wax and sealant applicator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this nice and evenly here to one side of the hood. Again, we're only going to be using speed setting 1 on this machine, so as to not put any more swirls or any more damage, or put any more swirls or anything like that. We're just spreading this really thin onto the paint so it can already dry up. I did the majority of the car already. It's just the hood that's missing now. So after this, it should be nice and sealed up. Alright, so the sealant itself has already been nice and dried up. It's all hazy now, so it's ready to get wiped off. So I got one of these green microfiber towels from Chemical Guys like we did last time. And all we got to do now is just simply buff it off. So once we do that, it should be nice and protected and ready for the wax. It's really easy, really easy to buff off. As you can see, I'm not even applying a whole lot of pressure, just gently gliding over the surface, and it is coming off no problem whatsoever. You might hear it just kind of like drag a little bit, but that's okay. It's normal. It's because it's all nice and hazed up. So all you gotta do is just buff off. And then once you get an area nice and buffed off, you can go ahead and just flip the towel around and finish polishing it, and you should be good to go. Alright, now that the sealant has been completely buffed off from the car, I'm gonna go ahead and do the last and final step, which is this cherry wet wax from Chemical Guys. It's supposed to make this paint pop, and it's also going to provide excellent protection from basically everything. It's not going to protect a lot from like scratches and stuff, but it will help protect it from the sun. It's going to help protect it from the sun. It's going to help protect from minor scratches and swirls. Like if I'm going to wash the car and maybe some dirt gets trapped into the washing method that I'm using, it's going to help with that as well. So all I have to do basically is very simple, like just like the sealant itself. We're gonna get a couple dots on the pad. I went ahead and washed this already, so it's already ready and good to go. I'm gonna put this on the side really quick. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and just spread this nice and evenly, just like that. The good thing about the wax is you don't have to let it sit for like 25 minutes. You can basically just buff it off as soon as you get it on, or as soon as you spread it all throughout the paint. So what I'm gonna do right now is just go ahead and spread this out nice and evenly, dab it all around. So same thing, you're gonna put it on speed setting 1. You don't need any pressure for this. You can just let the weight of the machine do all the work. So now that everything is nice and spread out, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top and work my way down to the bottom. And again, this is just protection for the paint. I mean, the sealant already is gonna protect from the UV, but this is also gonna just make it a lot better. And it's also gonna make the paint pop. So here we go. Now that this side of the hood has already been done, I'm gonna go ahead and complete the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and come back and buff it off as soon as I'm done with that side. Okay, so the entire hood has been already waxed and ready to go. So I got a fresh green microfiber towel. So what I'm gonna do is just buff everything off. It really doesn't have to stay on for very long. You can just, as soon as you put it on, you can take it right off. You don't have to let it sit like the sealant or the glaze. This is already ready and good to go. And it is coming off super easy. And I can already tell the shine is wow. I'm sure once I get it out in the sun and out of the garage, it's gonna look amazing. But all this really is just protection for the paint. So it's added protection, added UV protection, and it's also gonna protect against some scratches and dirt from embedding in the paint. Already just by buffing this off right now, I can tell that this is a really, really nice shine. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then once we're done, I'm gonna show you how the car looks like. All right, you guys, the car is now officially done. I did the entire wax, everything is all set and good to go. Now it's time for me to just go ahead and just close out the video. I can't really do a reveal video on how the results came out. I can just only tell you right now because it's, as you can see, it's dark out, it's pretty late, and I had to do a lot of stuff in order for me to get to the point where I'm at today. So I'm not gonna show you the results right now. I'll do it in another video, or I might just put it in the post credits. It's a lot of stuff to kind of go over this. I'm just really tired. I want to go to bed, and my back is killing me because, you know, just trying to like work the machine all over the car. So in other words, it's done. I'm happy, and the results, I'm pretty satisfied with them as well. So I can't wait to get this out in the sun and see what it really looks like. So let's stay tuned for that next video. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, you guys, I couldn't end the video without showing you the final product. Honestly, I don't have words for it right now because like I'm still trying to take it in how good it looks. It's crazy. Like the video, I'm looking at it right now, it does not do it justice whatsoever. Everything is nice red. It's super shiny. It's literally glowing right now. I can't really explain it, but it's like it's wow. It's on a totally different level. It looks brand new. I know it's got a little bit of imperfections here and there, some rock chips, whatever, but wow. I mean, I just like literally at a loss for words of how good it looks out in the sunlight, finally on its wheels. It's crazy. It's like completely crazy. I guess now I can really officially end the video here. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video right here. I gotta take this thing out for a drive because it just looks absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with the way everything came out. All the products that I used for this car are gonna be listed in the description box down below. So if you guys are interested in some of the stuff or want to use some of the stuff that I use in this video, you'll be able to see all that down in the description box down below.